Good evening and welcome to Schnozzcast, episode 98 on Friday, November 6, 2020. Good evening and welcome. Thank you for joining us. I am joined as always by the inimitable Mr. Nicholas Bader.
Good evening, you big turkeys. And to my left is Mr. Cory Lebowski-Selesky.
Oh, hey.
And to his left,
Sorry, your guys' camera already went down.
Oh, no.
That's all right. That's all right. To his left.
Well, good thing we're announcing who's here.
Yeah. The diabolical, ruthless, take no prisoners, Ms. Danielle Finn.
Ruthless. Hi.
You got to have that attitude, baby.
Oh,
if you're going to make it in this world.
Oh, she does.
I don't take nobody's crap.
That's what I'm talking. Okay, that's a much gentler way to phrase it, I suppose.
Cozying up with a nice clean blanket that was just washed during the basement clean out of 2020.
Oh, yeah, the great basement clean out.
Well, if it wasn't like Antarctica in here, I wouldn't need a blanket.
I've never been to Antarctica.
Way to turn a thank you into a fuck you.
Well, Nick, it sure does smell downy sweet. Nope. If it wasn't Antarctica.
Nope.
And
could be warmer.
Yeah.
So this is Bob. Thank you for joining us. If you are new to the podcast and want to listen to us while you are laying in bed with nothing better to do, perhaps you're cuddled up with your cats, or your dogs are nestled by your feet, and you're wondering how you're going to pass your time, you could listen to the Schnozzcast.
Yeah, you get a nice clean blanket from the big basement clean out of 2020.
Copyright Nick Bader 2020.
And you could shed all your dog hair from your house all over it.
That's true. And you can find us in those times on iTunes, Podbean, Stitcher, Spotify. No longer Google Play Music, Cory. Now it's Google Podcasts.
Ooh.
I found that out this week.
So does that mean we need a new badge icon?
No, I think he's already got one.
For the artwork that we have posted, does it say Google Play or does it say Google Podcast?
Again, I'd have to go back. We'll wait till the video comes back up again. But oh, I want that technical difficulty. I wish I had that on a button.
Yeah,
God damn it!
I wish we had more sounds that would make people instantly turn us off.
But those are called our voices. And we have those.
I'm saying we're doing a good enough job already. So
you can also follow us on social media on Instagram at Schnozzcast. On Facebook at Schnozzcast1, that's Schnozzcast and the number 1, and on YouTube at Schnozzcast Space Podcast. And do not forget that we are begging you, literally begging you, to email us with any of your existential questions or relationship requests for advice on schnozzcast@gmail.com.
Cory, you look like something's on your mind there. The viewers can't see you, so he's furrowing his mustache right now.
Oh, they can now.
Oh, they can?
Yeah.
Okay,
we're
7
second delay. Okay.
Back up and running. So for those of you who don't know, we have a 7-second delay, even though we are an explicit podcast.
It makes no sense. They're going, you guys are not good enough to...
No, but if at some point, like... Cory had a wardrobe malfunction and his plaid shorts accidentally fell down, we would be like, okay, cut the feed. Cut the feed.
All of a sudden, my dick just fell out, and I'm not sure how it happened.
Best ratings ever.
And they were immediately moved from Facebook.
What are those sweater shorts he's wearing?
Yeah, if you look now, it says listen to, I don't know who did it, but it says listen on Google Podcasts.
I did. Yeah.
Wow, way to be forward thinking. Yeah. Somehow you knew that Google Play Music was going to go away.
I knew it was going down.
Yeah, before anybody else, even before Google themselves knew.
That's right.
So I think we've just blown through housekeeping here, Cory, but I know you're catching up. That's Facebook, Schnozzcast 1. Oh, yeah, I'm looking at the 7-second delay. Never mind.
Oh, I put them. You already said them. Now I just put them up so people would have them.
Oh, while you were. Oh, shit.
Yeah, welcome back, well done, everyone.
Well, they could hear us.
Yeah,
just couldn't see us.
That was the most important part.
So, Danielle, you had a rough week.
It was just a long week.
Tell us about it.
I mean,
you don't have to use names or events. Those can remain anonymous.
I feel like everyone had a long week this week.
Let's call her Karen. What did Karen do to you this week?
Karen? No Karen.
How do you want to kill that bitch? What do you want to?
There's no
what sort
way,
of revenge do you want to exact?
There's no way I want to kill. I think the time change kind of screwed things up. I'm just very sleepy. I took a nap on the way here in the car.
We actually had viewers complaining that you were so sleepy last time.
God.
I actually don't feel that tired right now.
Off to a great start.
Well, give it some time.
Yeah.
Because the killer robot segment's coming up.
And 5, 4,
Bob's got a story to tell just you.
I do. I'm going to look directly into your eyes.
Oh, that's the
what
worst.
puts me to sleep.
My eyebrows are going to go up and down. It's going to be very animated. I'm going to use your name a lot.
That's the worst.
I'm going to make a lot of hand gestures, a lot of this kind of stuff.
You just have a soothing voice, Bob, and it makes me sleepy.
Like Alan Almond.
Yeah. No, I know who you're talking about.
Thank you. I'm like, please tell me that you're going to say
He's
who,
a
because
silky smooth DJ from the 70s and 80s.
Oh, okay.
I don't even remember what station he's on, but
what was it? 100.3? Didn't he do like
that's it?
The Quiet Storm?
I hope he did. God, I hope he did.
I'm Alan Holman. You're listening to The Quiet Storm.
I don't know if that's
100.3.
Oh, I know who you're talking about now.
Pillow Talk, remember?
Oh,
Pillow
yeah.
Talk. That's what he did.
it was.
Yeah. I don't remember the Quiet Storm.
I didn't know what his name was.
No, I think The Quiet
I think that was just made up on the spot.
Oh, well, maybe.
He was.
neither here nor
I'm
there.
sure
We're
we
not
talked
sure.
about him before in the podcast, but
Yeah, because all these ladies, like,
he
were opening their legs.
dropping voice.
Opening
Yeah.
their legs for him, and apparently he was like 300 pounds.
Yeah. But when you're anonymous in the radio, they don't know they can
Right.
fantasize what you look like, and they did not know.
It's typically never what they look like.
Unfortunately, except for the case of Johnny Fever on WKRP in Cincinnati.
Sure.
Yep. I don't know who that is either.
What? Have you guys never? So we have Thanksgiving is coming up in a few weeks,
Oh, is it?
and you guys have never seen the turkey drop episode of WKRP?
No.
Oh, that was the one my dad was talking about.
Yes. So you owe it to yourselves to go out to YouTube. I'm sure you can find it on YouTube, unless it's on Hulu or something like that.
Or unless you're trying to find it on YouTube right now, which we want you to watch
please
the
don't do
podcast.
that. Yeah, pay attention. We started the Schnozzcast. You can go look for that any other time.
Right.
All right. So Danielle, why don't we do a little Killer Robot of the Week? You want to?
That's it. That's the end now. Good. So you need to leave this segment to the end.
What? All right, Killer Robot of the Week for this week. I have good news for you, Danielle.
Yes?
This is a good news robot segment. It's going to be brief, so you couldn't be happier.
I think she could.
Lately, because of the pandemic, robots that Walmart was using to do humans' work have now been replaced by humans once again. So we're back on top, baby.
What work were they doing?
Yeah, they've
Automated a lot of tasks in their business recently. And, picture-in-picture.
I like that.
Slick. That must have been one of those things that you found that you could do that you decided not to explain until a later time.
I never told you guys about that.
That's my point.
Yeah, I like that better, though. I like the surprise. I don't like the bait and switch.
You know what I like better than that? Just make it a surprise. It's not a surprise if you tell us you're going to do something.
No, that's what I'm saying. Right there. Just the surprise. We didn't tell us about that.
Right. Yeah. Not the first part.
Yeah,
That
no.
part.
Not.
That's good.
Someone found out something new about the podcast. You'll see on Friday.
I did bring up something new that I told Bob about that we'll get to eventually, but I don't know if you have that
just
ready
did
to
it
go
again.
for the break. No, he's very aware of what it is.
You know, I did, but I had some questions about that, and now I don't know if it's too late to ask you or not. Can I play anything?
Any of our stuff. You don't have it on your phone?
No, I don't.
I'll try to send it to you.
Okay. Or you could connect yours. Either way.
I can't.
Okay. Point is, for YouTube, you're not gonna put that in the YouTube video, right? So
You understand that, including our listeners and myself and Danielle, we have no idea what you guys are talking about.
Talking about, so on the break, I figured out a way to be able to play music in the background so people know it's still an active live stream.
Oh, okay.
But it has to be done from someone's phone via Bluetooth to the mixer,
right,
Okay.
which I can do.
which Bob can do, but he doesn't have any of the songs on his phone from Jack Moran.
Well, my question was, if I don't use Jack's songs and I use just anybody's songs,
Facebook will kick us off.
Facebook will kick us off?
Yeah.
All right.
It's become a
That was
very
my-
big thing.
That was
All
my
right. Well, we'll
question.
talk on the break.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even if it's like instrumental, they'll kick you off.
Yes.
If someone
It's
owns
got to
it.
be, yeah.
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 Unless we own the rights
This
to
is
it.
the only thing we own the rights to, so it'd have to be that.
I could do the mouth maraca, and they couldn't kick us off. So if we just
For
had
15 straight minutes?
just a loop.
I might actually be really interested to see you do that.
Well, Nick, we're going to go outside. See you in 15.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll just keep going.
Keep going. We're only at
I'll do
10
it for
minutes.
like 45 seconds, and then you just loop it.
We could absolutely do that.
Yeah.
If we just recorded 45 seconds on a button,
we're not doing all that right now.
You can have a loop.
Killer robot of the week.
Infinite loops, but setting. You can do that.
People are walking out.
Challenge.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, they've been automating their business for quite a while. They've had robots going down shopping aisles to try to scan items on the shelf to make sure they stay fully stocked.
That's creepy.
They've had a couple years ago, they started testing autonomous robot janitors to clean the store floors after hours, and they've been trying to. Oh, and they also apparently have a kiosk now that uses an autonomous robot to whip up a fresh made-to-order smoothie, and you can place an order on your smartphone, and the robot makes your smoothie for you.
Okay, what Walmarts are these? Because I've never been in one where one's been like, I need to sweep, move your feet. That's never happened.
Well, where the Walmarts are around here are not in the toniest of areas, so I'm sure there's probably like big city, like fancy schmancy, Bloomfield Hills, Birmingham Walmarts that are out there that are offering all sorts of amenities that
I have a feeling
probably like walking into Xanadu.
These have to be like in the Tokyo Walmarts or something like that.
Could be.
Yeah.
Could be. I wouldn't put it past those Tokyo Walmart people. But recently they have decided that with the pandemic, they have a lot more people, employees, just standing around doing nothing.
No way.
Yeah.
So
crazy.
Was the reason that they got all the robots, but then during the pandemic they had to bring people back? Was it because the robots contracted Rovid 14?
So Walmart. So I think it also coincided with the contract with the robotics company coming to like renewal, and they just said, we're not going to renew you because we've got all these workers, which we could either lay off in favor of the robots doing it or put them back to work because we've got way more workers now than we need, and we can have them doing the work that the robots did rather than paying more and then firing people. So I thought it was a positive robot story that would intrigue Danielle to the point where there you go.
She's trying.
Words equal awake.
She is trying.
It wasn't the killer robot that put me to sleep last week.
It was the...
you started going to sleep like almost
the narrator.
Instantly.
The narrator of the killer robot.
No, it wasn't. It was when you guys were talking about your gentleman's agreement. I don't remember who.
No, because we didn't get to that until like the second half of the show.
The second half is when I was like done for.
Oh, yeah. No. You were nodding off like 10 minutes in.
Went down in internet infamy.
And not for the first time.
Nope. Some people were chiming in and actually sending me personal texts asking if that was a like a cardboard cutout.
Did you hire someone to fall asleep on your podcast?
They're like, is that a cutout of someone sleeping? Because she hasn't moved the entire second half.
Right. All right. I don't think anybody else has Killer Robot of the Week story, do they?
No.
So, Cory, we can smoothly slide into booze news.
And now it's time for booze news.
I don't think anybody else has anything. Again, it's just fucking me. So
oh no,
I'm gonna go here with.
It's been a long, hard week.
Yeah. Some of us still have jobs to do.
Yep.
So I really could just say the title alone, which is this is from NBC News. French bulldog named Wilbur elected mayor of Rabbit Hash, Kentucky.
Rabbit Hash.
I did not know that such a town existed.
Yeah, no. We're taking our vacation there next year.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is it the new Oscoda?
Oh, it's just even better.
It's surprising because actually in Oscoda, I've actually had Rabbit Hash.
I wouldn't doubt it.
It's delicious.
You know what they don't serve in Rabbit Hash?
What's that?
Carrots.
No?
Yeah.
Well, there's probably a shortage.
Very weird. Thought it would have been Rabbit Hash, but...
Well, why wouldn't they have elected a rabbit mayor of Rabbit Hash?
Oh, because...
That's just stupid.
This French bulldog's probably going to be chasing all the rabbits around. That's just bad planning.
That's true.
French bulldogs aren't that athletic. They normally like to just lay there and sleep after you spend $3,000 on them.
Or the Cory Selesky of the Animal Kingdom.
I'll chase a rabbit.
I saw that coming.
No, you okay? Chase?
Never said I'd catch it. I said I'd chase it.
Danielle's like, "Oh, you'll chase a rabbit, but you're not me, motherfucker."
No, hold on, you might pursue a rabbit. I don't know about chase.
Either way,
it's going to be a leisurely, yeah.
Yeah, maybe shuffle quickly.
Oh, I'll get there.
Yeah. That rabbit will be out of the yard one way or another.
So the Rabbit Hash has never had an actual person or human as a mayor. This tradition emerged in the late 90s. There's a guy named Don Clare who thought it would be a great idea to elect some kind of an animal, not necessarily a canine, but an animal anyway, as mayor of the town as a fundraising event for the Historical Society. There's a thriving community of dog lovers in the town. Wilbur is roughly 4 months old. He's an AKC registered purebred dog, very cute, and he is yes, based on the pictures, he is the recent of a line of 5 straight dog mayors of Rabbit Hash since the 90s. Although it's not political at all, it always coincides with the presidential election. So when it comes around, they go, new dog, new mayor. This lady who they interviewed for the article said that she ran Wilbur's campaign for mayor.
Oh, he had a campaign.
I'm not sure who his competition was.
I'm sure there's many other dogs.
Millions of dollars of political ads just inundating Rabbit Hash, Kentucky. Because of all the negative media that's out there surrounding America and the election and COVID-19. So I guess I wanted Wilbur to be something positive in the news. She says Wilbur's handling all the stress of the new job pretty well. He's done a lot of interviews locally. He's had a lot of pets, a lot of belly scratches, and a lot of ear rubs.
He's
just
really
like Cory.
Cute.
I don't get enough.
Just like Cory.
I'm thinking of Cory getting his belly scratched.
It gives me a warm feeling inside. But I'm picturing the person scratching them, not Cory himself.
Right.
Like he's out of frame. He's somewhere else. But the hand is kind of going out of frame, just scratch, 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 rub, rub, rub. And they're going, oh, so cute. That makes me smile.
Yeah,
But if the camera panned over about 2 feet,
To Cory.
I might go, oh.
Someone scratching Cory's belly makes you smile.
The idea of it, but not picturing it. Yeah.
We're almost there.
I don't like either.
No?
No. That's weird.
Can show
Well,
you
at some point you have to have empathy for, someone else's happiness bringing you joy.
No, I've seen enough times where he's gotten his back scratched, and it doesn't bring me anything close to joy.
That only gives me jealousy because I wish it was me.
See?
No, that gives me little bumps all over my body.
Oh, that's called sexual excitement.
No, that's called being terrified.
No, I'm pretty sure it's the first one.
It's called I'm pretty fucking aroused.
So if you're in the woods and you hear someone step on a stick, and all of a sudden the
And you're
little bumps on the back of your neck go up, you're suddenly sexually aroused.
Yeah.
Fuck no.
That's how that works.
I guess so.
God.
Exactly how that works.
All right, French Bulldog, you going to Funko this?
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I do.
Let's do this.
You're moving way too fast for me tonight, Bob.
Yeah, you kind of are. You can slow that down at any point.
You got somewhere to go?
Yeah.
Yeah? Where's that?
Don't you worry about that.
He's got a
okay. He's going to tell me next week sometime.
he's got a 10:45 regatta gala. He's got to get to.
He's due back in Rabbit Hash, Kentucky. Mayoral event.
Got a whole bunch of hash upstairs.
I could see over there.
Okay, Bob, you might as well just keep talking because
Oh, you want me to make up a booze news story?
you're gonna have to say something because this. It's like an old person trying to find an article in the newspaper.
So here's what I'll say. I noticed that your uncle had nothing better to do today than to wage internet war with myself and with Cory.
Yeah.
It was it's Michael's birthday, right?
60th birthday,
The big 6-0.
and he was out of power.
Good. I'm really glad to hear it because he spent all of that time apparently hooking his phone to a generator so that he could make fun of me and Cory all day and pretend to teach Americans that Brits know how to make pizza better, which is insanity.
I'm sure Brits don't, but he probably does.
No.
So speaking of Mike,
Yeah.
this Funko This is thanks to Mike.
Yeah.
And this was my my birthday present to him today that we started that war over.
Oh, did you actually give it to him?
Oh, fuck no.
Oh, you bought it for him?
No. It was just because him and Nick went when they were running errands the one day and stopped at GameStop and had to get it. So he actually saw it and was not too happy that they had to stop to pick it up. So
he's like, what?
So this isn't a gift for him. This is just a reminder of...
Yeah, it was just a very nice
I told him, I said, Mike, remember I was telling you about those things that Cory collects? Okay. And I'm like, yeah, they're these things. I don't understand. What are they? And I'm like, well, this is what they are. And I explained them and everything for each show. And so he knows all the other backstories about Cory, about never showing up on time and being slightly slow at getting places and, just all the Coryisms. And he's like, oh, God. He's like, so are these like toys or something? I'm like, yeah, something like that. He collects them. He's like, is Cory a child? I said, you know what, Mike? I said, we've been saying that for years.
Tiny bit.
I'm trying to find the where did he comment on that? Back to you.
It was on his page.
It's on his page?
Yeah, I posted that to his timeline, the picture to his timeline.
Oh, fantastic.
So what is this Funko? You gonna tell us about it?
It's the new Happy Gilmore Funko they came out with, exclusively only at GameStop.
Wow.
And I had purchased one for Danielle, thinking that, that'll be up on an upcoming podcast. But anyways, she already ordered that one. So I asked my good friend Nick to take it back and exchange it for the Happy Gilmore exclusive.
So you ordered a Happy Gilmore for Danielle, and she already had one. Then you went and got back
No, the one you took back.
Which was.
Like I said, that'll be on another podcast.
Oh, okay. So she doesn't.
I gotta save these.
I'll tell you about it later, Nick.
No, I already have it.
But he hasn't described it on the podcast.
Correct.
No.
Okay. And that shows, the level of care I have, because I had it in my hands and took it out and looked at it, and I'm like, couldn't tell you. No idea. They all look the same.
It's Happy Gilmore.
No, the one I returned.
Oh.
Speaking of Nick's level of care,
yeah.
What I'd like to do is to piggyback in this Funko This segment, since we're talking about Michael J, and it is his 60th birthday. And in honor of Michael J, what I'd like to ask Nick to do, because as we all know, Nick, this is the governing rule of this podcast is the old adage from doing improv comedy, which is yes and. If your buddy says something, you're not supposed to correct him. You're not supposed to tell him it can't be done. You're supposed to say yes and. You're supposed to go with it and just roll. And so, in the interest of that, what Cory did was he posted on Michael's Facebook with a picture of, actually it looks like it's just a link for the What the Funko Facebook group.
Yeah.
Is that what it came up as?
Yeah. And it's a picture of
no, it should have came up as the actual picture.
That's why I was confused. I'm like,
it did on mine.
Yeah, it did on mine too.
No.
Not on mine.
No, not on mine either.
But okay. So once he posted that, thereby transpired an exchange between Michael and Cory. And using your inimitable improvisational skills, I would like you to recreate this conversation.
Oh, Lord.
In the voices of Michael and Cory.
So if you guys want to leave, just leave now, by the way. So this is between my uncle, who's from London, who I'm sure I will butcher his accent, and Cory. So Cory posts the What the Funko picture, which Mike is clearly wearing, and says, "Happy birthday, Mike. Got this for you."
No, the Cory voice.
And tags me, but that was on the internet. So
right.
Mike says, "Can you just Funko off and let me get bladdered on my big day?" Cory goes on to say, Michael J., reading your comments, just don't have the same zing in them without that accent. Mike says, "My dear Lord Pollock, it has been an absolute honor meeting you in recent times, but like Mr. Hunter Biden, you too cannot be trusted. Your name is Jeffrey, yet you choose to go by Cory. Did you not like your given name? You can't just choose to give it back, young man. Am I led to believe that Pollock last name is fictitious too? Are you actually real, or are you just trying to become another one of the imaginary friends? That, sir, is just not cricket. I too could be whomever I wish. I do not make believe that I am Mickey Mouse or Hunter Biden. No. I go by my real name, Peregrine Alleganian. Rupert Archibald J. I do not rise above my station. I do not give 2 iotas about folding bread products covered in period smears and spewed with semen. Please do me a favor, big man. Please do not go to the Dollar Tree for frozen protein anymore. Please do not hoard. What is it? H-A-U-D?
I think you meant hoard.
Hoard?
Hoard plastic voodoo dolls of stupid people. Lastly, with me being from royal stock and allowed to have 2 birthdays, like my great distant relative, the Queen of England, where is my gift? Come on, you pompous little tyke. Where the fuck is my gift?
Oh, God, I love that so much.
Cory's response.
Michael J. So you really don't have much to say about your gift or other feelings. Gotcha, Archibald. LMAO. Any chance you could whip up a mean Salisbury steak then? And that's it.
Oh, thank you, sir. Oh, that was totally worth it.
Next time we'll have to have Mike actually read it in his own voice, which will sound much better.
Which it was funny because I was reading it in his voice in my head.
Yeah, you have to.
Which I did find hilarious, but that's
Well,
where I
say it
got,
out loud like you were listening to it in your head.
Yeah, no, I can't do that. It's not going to process the same way. So
Peregrine.
Is there any way that we could edit the splash screen for the Funko This segment with a caption that says "Plastic Voodoo Dolls of Stupid People"?
It could be the title of the episode.
That would be fantastic.
I'm,
I mean, I know you. I know you're.
it goes against the idea.
Yeah, I know, but it's hilarious. I think I reread that probably 4 times just for that. I could not stop laughing.
That cracks me up.
Yeah.
He did say, because we were going back and forth one time, and we were talking about just bullshitting in the kitchen or whatever, and we're talking about, like, he was doing one thing, I was doing another. We're talking about different names, like, oh, you would never meet an Englishman named Tyler or something or whatever it may be. And he's, oh, no, you wouldn't. And so I'm like, well, what would be like a good British name that? Have you ever known anyone named Peregrine? Like, what?
Yes.
Like the Falcon?
And he literally cut me off. And he goes, and God, don't say the Falcon. I'm like, no.
But that's it, because other than the Falcon,
He's like,
you've never heard of anyone.
No,
named
I've gone to school with 3 Peregrines.
Okay.
I'm like, oh my God, what the fuck?
Jesus. So
Peregrine.
I do have to ask out of that,
Yeah.
though, too. So clearly you've told them about my Salisbury steaks.
I have not.
No, I told him about your
sticks.
Dollar Tree dinners is what I told him.
Okay. Because I was wondering what the folded bread and smear was.
I think I might know what that. I'm taking a guess here, but
Okay.
in another thread, I can't remember how it started, but it was the graphic that we used for this episode that had cranberry sauce in it,
Oh yeah.
and I think somebody Lori commented on it saying, "Hey, it looks like that cranberry sauce is not in the right form, like it's supposed to be shaped in like the can that it came from." And I'm like, yeah, absolutely, because that's the only way you should be eating cranberry sauce on on Thanksgiving is in the form of a can
On Turkey Day.
on a plate. Some people make fresh cranberry sauce and it's in a bowl and it's all like soupy and mushy or whatever. That's bullshit. You need a knife. You'd be able to slice off a little piece of that and put it on your plate. That's how you do it.
Thinking about that.
So Mike replied back to that with some, shenanigans. And I'm not even going to attempt to do the accent.
In the
I can't.
gelatinous can form.
Yeah, clearly favoring
if you bump
that
the table,
and
it kind of has a little jiggle to it.
So you think that's what he was referring back to on
well,
that
because
part?
then after that, we started going back and forth, and I'm like, okay, you can't. That's not how we do it here. Like maybe Brits do it one way, but Americans, we do it another way.
America.
I think I actually said that with the apostrophe M, ERICA. And he goes,
Thanksgiving dinners come from cans.
yeah.
Go fuck yourself.
And he gave me some more static. And then I'm like, what is next? You want us not to fold pizza when we eat it? We're supposed to eat candy with a knife and fork?
Okay.
This is fucking blasphemy. And he's like, folded pizza. It just started going off at me.
Is that Crocodile Dundee?
I already told you I couldn't do it.
That's not a knife. This is a knife.
Yeah. So, yeah, so he starts lecturing me about like how shitty American pizza is and how there's very little cheese and why would you fold it? And I'm like, okay, so a Brit is trying to tell an American how to make pizza.
Bob,
don't Brits boil pizza?
They don't even have pizza over there.
They boil everything over there. So that may have been where that came from.
Okay.
I remember this episode of Frasier. He was arguing back and forth with Daphne about something, and he's like, oh my God. He's like, don't you have some meat to boil?
Yes. Yeah, and I remember laughing so hard because I'm like, yeah, they boil fucking everything. Okay. We have a Schnozzcast shot sitting here on the table that is currently getting warm.
Cory?
Poured by Mr.
Cory.
Lebowski. So please join us. Here we go.
Finally, it's slowly getting probably as cold as a refrigerator.
Very slowly.
Yeah.
That was the cold version too.
Oh,
I know.
God, really? Mm-hmm. Can we fast forward to the freezing version?
But you do tend to leave it on the couch for like 10 minutes after you get here.
Oh, sorry, I was too busy doing other shit.
You should be sorry.
Oh, boy.
I know about doing other shit in this basement.
I will say though, I got a
Don't even get me started.
got a very lucky.
Strike.
I wasn't gonna go with that, but we'll go with that.
Just got lucky?
When I when I stopped to pick up the Fireball and my beer,
Yeah.
went in, told the guy, "Here's the case of beer. Need a fifth of Fireball." He's like, "Oh, warm or cold?" I was like, "Go give me the cold one, obviously, so I don't have to hear too much bitching about it."
You don't like it either.
It doesn't matter to me.
Yes, it does. You would absolutely rather have the cold.
He brings it over, he rings everything up. He's like, "All right, he's like, go ahead and here's your total." So I had my watch ready, and I went to go use my Apple Pay, and
Chase was on the left.
it didn't. Chase was on the left, mildewy night, and it didn't go through. So he's like, "Oh, hang on," and he redoes it. He's like, "Go try again."
Of course,
So-
like wrong watch. Hold on.
So I did it again, and my watch vibrated, so I knew the transaction went through. He's like, "All right, well, you're all set." And I looked down at the total,
Turned out to be a text from Danielle.
and I was like,
So I responded.
"Huh?" I'm like, $15.96 for my case of beer and for the Fireball.
Oh, no.
To be fair, you did buy Coors Light, though.
To be what?
To be fair?
To be fair.
To be fair.
To be fair.
To be fair. To be fair, you did buy Coors Light. So
Well, Coors
that
Light
price
does not cost $1.
That price is not out of this realm of possibility.
Yeah, we've been trying to get rid of this for weeks.
Finally, a sucker comes through the door.
Hey,
we had to blow the dust off
Hey,
the
Finny,
cans.
someone's after the Coors Light.
I would have bought every case if it was $1 case.
Those are the old cans in the 70s, too.
We don't have any new cans, Vinny.
We put the new ones on the front, but they check. They test.
Do they check?
They test.
Let me ask Tony.
Yeah.
So, congratulations on the discount
Was it
pricing
a,
I was
was it
very
a
happy.
pull tab on the top?
of the Fireball.
No, not quite. Not quite.
Do you remember? I don't know when it stopped, but
those were not around when
I
was
remember. I remember my dad and my uncle drinking beer with the pull tabs.
like Billy Bush beer.
That's how goddamn old I am, I guess.
Like when that sign was made?
Yeah. Back when Budweiser was the king of beers.
I remember the day Budweiser came out.
Yeah, it was a Tuesday.
Daneski actually gave me that sign. He said he used to have a bar in his basement when he was redoing it. He's like, "Oh, I heard you're gonna do a fucking goddamn bar in your basement one of these days. Just moved into a fucking new house. Got you a couple things. This thing is fucking old as shit, man. This is fucking old as shit. So you take good care of this."
Well, thanks, Brian. Thank you for giving me the oldest piece of shit you have in your basement.
Sounds like he was a great father.
he gave me that, and
Oh,
You want your fucking bottle? You want your fucking bottle, baby? I'll give you a fucking bottle. Oh, here's the airplane. Watch, go round and round. Here, take that fucking baby.
here's this old bottle, baby.
just so you know, it's been passed down through the family. Just so you're aware. So I just got daughters, but you just take good fucking care of it. Take good care of it. This is really old. This is real old bottle opener right here. I'm like, I feel like Brian could take any garage sale stuff
And
and
say that's
just
his.
make it seem like treasures. Like, yeah, I was gonna throw this out, but I'm gonna tell him it's an heirloom.
He's got 14 of those sitting in his basement.
Wow. What is this made of? Brass?
Yeah, brass.
Jesus.
But is that Guinness? You think?
I don't think so. I don't recognize it from any of the old Guinness signs, which haven't really changed too much over the course of time.
Again, I feel you might be very correct on the idea that it was just a randomly made.
It's definitely a bottle
brass-
opener.
Well, yeah, but just a random bottle opener that was
That's
sold in
actually
the
pretty
store.
cool. I mean, I would never get rid of that. That's
That honestly almost looks handmade.
it might be one of a kind collector's
Antique
item.
Roadshow.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Some skepticism from across the room.
A little brasso on that, it would look pretty smart next to that new spittoon.
Yeah, Cory doesn't do brasso. Hey, did you ever
Speaking of
bring
which,
that
you
shit
got that
to
steel stick?
Yeah. Well, it's only been like a month since I gave it to you.
Yeah.
No, whoa, hang on.
It's like a glorified paperweight in my house right now.
Clearly, Bob was a little too intoxicated last time when we applied the first.
Okay, clearly everyone was too intoxicated to apply the steel stick, which is what I told you at the beginning of this.
I put a little too much on the one part. That was it.
He goes like
Okay.
this. He goes like
Wow,
this.
all right.
He goes, yeah, here you go. He slides it over. I'm like, what? It's just a steel stick. I said, oh, finally after 2 weeks.
He gave you the stuff for you to use?
Yeah, for me to do it again. So because it's my baby apparently. So I'm like, oh, cool. Open it up. I'm like, Cory, we did a podcast. We're drinking. I'm pretty sure we could probably do this.
It's not the time for
home
furnishings repair.
No, we could do this a lot better when we're sober. He's like, dude, come on, just fuck it. It's like clay.
Cory, the Midnight Star is closed now.
Yeah. So at first
I do regret part of that because I realized why there was so little when I finally did finish with what I had on the inside. I'm like, Nick's like, it's all gone. I grabbed my Gatorade bottle and there was a mound of it.
No.
Cap.
So I told Cory.
What?
Yeah, he's like, I just want to see if it was going to set right.
So it's a piece like the size of a hot dog. The middle,
go on.
It's all gray, and the middle of it is white. And I told Cory, I said, I'm surprised it's not two different putties because usually you have to mix them together for the chemical reaction, and then it hardens. But apparently they have a way where maybe they put oil or something around it, and they're not touching. So once you start to kind of massage them into each other, they activate, and you have only a certain amount of time, and then it'll harden.
You were very convincing when you told me that.
Yeah. So I took a piece this big off the top of it, and I said, I want to see if this is actually going to physically work. So I wound it up like this and just kind of made like a little protuberance on the top of.
Hold on. That's not the correct word.
Yeah.
But I'm going to let it slide.
Thanks. Okay. On the top of.
I'm going to let you finish.
Thank you. Can I finish? On the top of Cory's Gatorade bottle. So 10 minutes went by, and I told him I was doing it, and he's like, we'll see. So like 20 minutes go by, and he comes out. And I go, dude, look it. And it was completely adhered to the top, hard as a rock. And I was like, perfect. This is
just
awesome.
like me at the time.
Yeah. I said, perfect.
You and your protuberance?
Yes.
This is not supposed to go onto plastics. It's supposed to be for metal. So,
yeah, remember that, Cory.
So
keep your dick off the plastic.
So he's sitting here like this, and he's like,
got a story for you guys later.
And he's wrenching on it, and finally goes, and it pops off, and he's like, I took a lot of pressure to get that off. And I said, well, it's not supposed to go on.
That's what she said.
Smooth.
Just like me.
It's not supposed to go on smooth plastic. It's supposed to go on the metal. He's like, oh, okay.
Just like Cory.
So, Cory, you just saw like a glisten.
What?
Glisten in his eyes.
Hold on. We were talking about protuberance and, yeah. The glistening is not the word.
Because it worked.
Oh, okay.
And you could see that he was like, oh, my God, this is awesome. So I saw.
Are you talking about like a light bulb over his head?
Yeah. Oh,
that's not a glistening.
Yeah, glisten in his eye.
Okay.
Sparkle.
Okay. Then say in the eye.
I didn't say on his eye.
Sorry, glisten in the eye, not in the eye. Glisten in the eye.
I'm very confused. But anyhow, so he starts taking pieces of it off and working it like, Jesus Christ.
I can't even.
Pieces of the steel stick.
No, you're not watching what your hands are doing.
He was on the inside of the fucking thing. What do you want me to say?
I realize it,
No,
but
keep saying that.
you're saying it and making the motion.
So
then.
for people that don't know,
For people, if
Cory
anybody's even watching this
has
anymore.
a spittoon that is brass that I polished up because he used it here.
Stop. You're not making it any better.
I didn't say he has a cock that I polished up. I said a spittoon that Bob purchased for him.
Sir.
So the inside of it is cracked, so he wanted to add the steel stick to it.
Oh, yeah.
So I told him, I'm not doing it. We're too drunk. You go ahead. So Cory decides that he wants to apply it then and there. So he mixes the two compounds together and uses way too much and literally covered an area that big.
How was he applying it to the inside of the spittoon?
No, you're not getting me like that.
Where did he?
I don't know. Nope, already did it.
I was legitimately asking you. That's fine.
Well, you'll have to watch the podcast.
I am watching the podcast right now. I'm living it.
So yeah, he applied it to the inside, but like a piece this big, and then he's like, grab me some more. I said, what do you mean grab you some more? You used like 75% of it. I'm like, Cory, are you putting it all around the inside? And he's like, shit. Maybe I just worked on this one spot. I looked at the inside. There was like, it looked like gum underneath a high school table. It was like here and here and over here. But he wasn't actually like putting it in where it was like someone told him, take this wet clay and line the inside of it. And
That was the idea.
He just ran out of clay. He was going to the entire inside of it was going to be porcelain by the time he was done.
That's kind of what I had.
When literally,
imagined.
I'm like, Cory, you just have to go around the line where the faults are. And he's like, I guess I probably have to buy some more steel stick. Yeah. And so there was literally this much left. And I just kind of moved it around in my fingers. I'm like, this is so weird how it works. And it instantly turned like 105 degrees.
What do you mean?
That's the chemical reaction.
Oh.
Yeah, it heats up.
I go,
you can mold it.
I go, holy shit. And I went like that. And he's like, oh, fuck, that's hot.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we got to figure it out now. So I do have the steel stick, so we can finish that after the cast.
Yeah, let's do about 10 more shots.
The difficult part is that that story, I could see where you're going, and it just the way that Cory applied the steel stick to the spittoon, was the funny part at the end. But in order to get to that part, it was it was a lot of motions and sexual innuendo. It was a very. I don't know how you could do it otherwise. I don't see any easy way to get there.
The heart wants what it wants. So I mean,
guess so. I guess so. All right, Cory, why don't we do a little? You all right?
Me?
Yeah.
I was waiting for you to say.
Oh, okay. You had like a panicky look in your eye. Like, do what?
No, I was waiting for you.
Okay. Well, let's do Little Friends Trivia. So the segment called Could It Be Any More Trivial?
Which we do need artwork for.
We're not getting it tonight.
Well, I know that. But that's why I was preparing myself to put up the artwork.
It took him 5 weeks to not come up with a name for the segment. I would not hold your breath in the artwork.
Yeah, and it took him a year to do artwork for the other segments. So
yeah, he's got other things to do. He's got basements to clean,
stuff to do.
He's got spittoons to polish.
You're lucky that the studio's still here because it was about to be over there.
in the makeshift bar area. All right, so Danielle.
Hey, you know what? Cheers is filmed before a live studio audience.
Danielle, for the listeners, can you give them a brief synopsis of what it is that we're trying to do here?
Well, I don't know why you do this to me.
Because otherwise you're not saying anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Otherwise you're Phil from Tom Green.
Our loyal audience, as small as they might be, wants to hear from you.
I don't know about that.
She just said she doesn't know who Phil from Tom Green is.
I do not.
What?
No, I'm sorry. I don't know who
You're older than Cory.
I would be mad at Cory about that. Cory, you're falling down the job there.
She's older than you.
This is news to me, to be honest with you. So yes.
Okay.
Well,
after podcast, we're gonna have to.
I know who Tom Green is.
You're gonna have to take some Funkos back.
Lots of them.
My bum is on the Funko.
All right, Danielle. What are we doing here?
Nick is going to answer some trivia questions from friends. I don't.
Well said.
All right.
I think you succinctly,
very eloquently done, man.
What about
Madam?
I said it better myself.
I feel like you could.
Yellow.
Yellow.
Not
All
blue.
right.
Not blue.
All right. So let's go back to the record.
So let's recap here.
Oh,
the recap.
Let's do that.
So we have. He started off with a 4 out of 5. He's got to get 5 right. That's the goal, anyway. That is right now. It is a brass ring that he has not been able to grab. He got a 4 out of 5 the first week, and then had a disappointing run of 3 out of 5, 3 out of 5, and then a measly 1 out of 5. But he rallied last episode to capture another 4 out of 5. So he is within striking distance. Some would say on the cusp of a perfect 5 out of 5 score. So we're going to see what happens. And what color? Yellow?
Gelb.
Did we determine which color was the hardest one?
We think blue.
I think blue is definitely.
Okay, so he's got a shot.
So, question 1. What did Joey use to create an extra long poking device?
Chopsticks.
Joey who? I thought that would have been an amazing response from.
That's Chopsticks' final answer.
Correct. All right. 1 for 1.
What's the poke ugly naked guy? Cross.
Question 2. What instrument did Ross want to play at Chandler and Monica's wedding?
Bagpipes.
Yeah, yellow is way too easy.
Oh, he's got a shot here. He's knocking on the door. 2 out of 5.
Question 3. What does Rachel mistake a Oh, what does Rachel mistake as a beer bong for a baby?
Breast pump.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of yellow.
Well, look, he was going to do it once. He's still got 2 to go.
I'm sorry,
he
it's
could
not.
louse it up.
It's not one-line characters' names, like the blue category.
Look, the sun shines on a dog's ass every now and again.
Question 4.
Right?
I guess
Stop
so.
clocks right twice a day.
What kind of animal did Phoebe give Joey to get him over Rachel?
Dog.
Yeah. For
All right. One more for a perfect score.
question 5. And if you don't get this, I even knew this
The
one.
name of the show.
Steve's house.
Steve's house.
What is Joey's favorite food?
Ooh, that's tough. No, it is tough because I could see where because I'm going to overthink
Oh,
it.
he's getting in his own head now. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, this might be this is a nail biter.
Because the answer I thought it was isn't.
Meatball sandwiches,
That's what I thought.
but it's pizza
No.
sandwiches.
What's your final guess?
There we go.
Sandwiches?
Sandwiches, yeah.
You giving it to him?
I thought it was going to be more
It
specific.
Yeah,
it wasn't a specific
The,
sandwich.
the
it was just
meatball
sandwich.
the meatball
Okay.
sandwich is his favorite sandwich that he gives to Chandler when they have a fight. But what is Joey's favorite food is a question on the round where they're asking to see who knows more about each other. And
For the apartment?
and Rachel's like, sandwiches. Yeah.
It's got to be one of the first couple questions. Then. Well done, sir. 5 out of 5.
So clearly yellow is the know
didn't
this
come with,
question.
like-
Yeah, the first time you got 4 out of 5, the very first round was yellow. And you got 4 out of 5.
It didn't come with like instructions that said like these cards are this.
No, there were no
We're just kind of
instructions.
seeing how they trend. It appears as though yellow and red are blue is the hardest color. so
Right.
far.
I just wondered if there was like some kind of like category.
Yeah, but the blue there has to be because like the blue it's just more difficult. It's like, Ross dated a girl for one episode.
Right.
What was the actress's name that played that girl? And I'm like, I don't
Right.
fucking know.
Right.
So well done, sir.
Well, thank you. What was that dog's name, by the way?
Rufus.
No.
Roscoe Stillwater.
Roscoe is actually my second guess. Without
Great minds.
without the Stillwater.
Great minds, buddy.
I'm actually trying to think of it myself because the thing that keeps coming to mind is the dog from that Kramer gets lent when they share the same affliction in Seinfeld, and that dog's name was Smuckers.
Oh,
And on Friends, I'm trying to think it was something similar, but I can't think of the name
I
of it.
feel like the people who are watching us on Facebook Live are either leaving by the droves or they're clamoring to try to help you out with the answer. To that.
Yeah, probably. I mean, because we went from 3 to 7 in the room. So
Okay.
I think
And
people
now we're
like,
back to 3.
No, we're at 6 actually.
Damn it.
So anyhow, moving on.
One of them
That
to you.
was
Do you know? Oh, hang on. Do you know what kind of dog it was?
that was a
You're
golden
not-
retriever.
You're not giving him extra credit here now, are you?
That's what you're looking at something else.
Sorry.
Oh, okay.
It was close. That was a statue.
Oh, the big white dog? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
There's a lot of dogs in.
The big white dog was a greyhound.
You're correct.
Come on, Daniel.
Why was that necessary? He'd already got 5 out of 5.
I know, but
He just wants to know the dog's name.
Now you're just stroking his ego, which, trust me, is not something that we really should be doing.
No, it's big enough.
All right. Before we head into the break, why don't we see if we can just quickly go through 100 questions. Haven't done that for actually quite a while.
Yeah, we're not going to literally go through 100 questions.
No.
Okay.
It's going to be. I'm going to put it to Ms. Danielle Finn to pick a number between 1 and 100, and I'll tell you. I'm keeping track of which ones we've picked. So as long as it's not one of those, we should be good.
Did we do 2 yet?
2. No, we did not do 2.
Is that because you have to go number 2 right now?
No.
Okay. I got more toilet paper. I put some down there because someone was using it all up. So I used two more rolls.
Someone was just like, Fing!
Yeah.
using toilet paper up like crazy.
They were like, let me just hold the roll and then put a little bit in the toilet and flush.
Yep, and then I'm going to walk all the way up the stairs holding one end of it. All right, so because he looks very, very busy, I'm going to fuck with him and start with Cory.
Hey, Murphy Brown.
So the question is, if you could live anywhere, where would it be?
Oh, God. Come on.
Dude.
Come on.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it and you're done.
Osceola, Michigan.
Okay. I was actually thought you were going to say Rabbit Hatch, Kentucky.
No. It was not Rabbit Hatch.
Hash.
Hash, yes.
Yeah.
You said Hatch.
Okay.
Just saying. Just saying.
Like rabbit meat with, onions and things like that.
Yes. Not like a rabbit-themed hatch in which you enter to go to the subterranean
Oh,
levels
that
of
would be
Kentucky.
fun.
Would it be?
Yeah. It has ears on it and like whiskers. It's like going into Narnia.
That's a wardrobe. Totally different.
I know, but it's a hatch.
It'd be like in Lost going through the hatch.
Yeah, but that was a scary hatch.
Well, only because they didn't know. Downstairs was all this food and exercise equipment.
And people
fake
with
sunlight.
people with guns.
Well, sure. I mean,
Doomsday Machine.
yeah. I mean, you got to give to get, right?
You got to take the good with the bad.
That's right. Nothing is a sure win. Danielle, how about you?
I'd say the same.
Oh, come on.
Sorry.
Anywhere in the world.
Yeah.
Danielle.
I'll even say the universe. You could live on Mars.
Danielle, he's eventually going to marry you, okay? So
Uranus?
we're done with that. Just be your own person for a little bit.
No, that's where I would go.
Come on. You
I'm-
didn't even know what Oscoda was till you started talking to him.
Hold on.
Okay.
Let's pretend.
What's wrong with that?
Let's pretend as though Cory were to perish in some sort of industrial accident.
Which could happen.
Absolutely. Would you at that point say, you know what? I still would go to Oscoda.
Oh, because she would go there to remember him. Of course she would now.
But his ashes aren't in Oscoda. They're
No,
scattered
but-
all over 3 Mile Island or
But
whatever.
his memory is there.
Blew up in
Even
the
if I
industrial-
didn't know him, I would have picked somewhere on the water.
So you're
Okay.
like, oh, might as well be Oscoda.
Yeah.
Because Cory's there.
So,
No,
Kill 2 birds with
even
1
if
stone?
he's not there.
I'm with Cory and by the water.
7 years ago, if someone were to ask you that question, what would your answer be?
7 years ago, I wasn't. That's way longer than I've known him too.
Right, that's
Exactly.
the point.
That's the idea.
Where would you
I would have picked. I wouldn't have had a spot
No,
to go. No,
Probably
You
by the
didn't-
water.
by
you
the
didn't-
water.
You
Okay.
didn't discover your own person
So
until
what's
you met Cory?
No.
If Oscoda was blown off the map by a nuclear bomb,
I'd probably go somewhere in Lake Michigan.
Where's
Lake Michigan?
where does your aunt have her cottage at? What township was that?
Port Sanilac.
There you go, Port Sanilac.
Okay, that's a great answer.
Oh my God.
Nick?
I just can't. Oscoda.
Yeah, just say Oscoda, yeah. I'll make it a 4 for 4. I live in Oscoda.
Yeah. Let's just all stay
Yeah, we're
there.
done.
It's like
Moving on.
it's gonna be like fucking Three's Company.
No, seriously. I know for a fact it wouldn't be Oscoda.
Oh my God.
Because they'd already be there.
No, it wouldn't.
Nick's got to be the biggest sheriff in town. He can't be the
Yeah.
second fiddle to you guys. The king and queen of Oscoda.
That's right.
Seriously.
He's like the Joker of Oscoda. Like he'd strike out on his own, plant his flag elsewhere.
Mine would be like pretty dependent on like some other variables though.
Okay, how about the variable being you got to pick one?
No, I can, but I'm saying like if
And
it was
right
like
now.
me by myself, not near any of my friends.
Well, set up your own variables then. Just in the interest of giving an answer, you set up your own variable. Doesn't matter what it is. Are you by yourself or are you with somebody else? Are you with your dad? Are you with a loved one? Are you by yourself? Has the apocalypse happened?
I don't know.
Are you running from zombies?
I would like to think somewhere like cold weather ocean, like Alaska or Maine or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's not a city.
Wow.
What was that
the
face?
The vitriol that that's not a city.
What was that face?
I'm trying to do that.
She
I'm probably
pulled
not
that
doing a good job. That's
straight
not
out
a
of high
city.
school. Anchorage, Skagway,
That's not a
Yeah.
city.
Juneau.
Wow.
That was a good face. I just saw it back on the floor.
That's not a face.
Yeah, so if you're listening to us on iTunes,
Shut up, Jenny.
look us up on Facebook at Schnozzcast1 and fast forward to just before 1 hour through and you'll see the face. Oh,
I
you'll see
felt like I was being told that I didn't make the cheer team.
yeah. You're not good enough, Jared.
No one even likes your kind. Why'd you even try out?
Go back to Dearborn Heights, Jared.
Yeah, I know, like I was the girl that just transferred from another school.
Yeah.
I was
Bitch.
not a mean girl.
Danielle was the top of the pyramid.
I think I kicked it all off when I introduced her as the ruthless Danielle Finn, and she's like, I don't take no crap.
I was a very quiet person.
If you want me to be awake, I'm going to be awake.
I think we know what's keeping her awake now. It's blind rage.
I took a nap.
I took a nap filled with rage.
God, it was an anger nap.
Rage nap.
Go to the break.
Oh,
It was a car
correct.
nap.
That's it. I just came up with the title for the episode.
Rage nap?
Rage nap.
Well, everyone, after the break, come back to episode 98, Rage Nap.
Yeah. We'll be back.
We'll take your own rage nap. Oh wait, hold on.
Bob's got to pick one.
Yeah, I was gonna say I would go to I'd go to Paris.
Okay. Glad we were waiting with bated breath for that one.
All right, well, that's it.
Paris. Get out of here. Get real. All right.
Wow.
Rude.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you're gonna join us in the break and you're about to go on your own and do your own number 2 like the one that Nick just did all over my idea,
Yep.
that'd be fine. But please join us here. Back again. We'll be back in about 15 minutes, and we're gonna hit Gentleman's Agreement, Pick of the Week, and maybe, just maybe, Nick's existential question of the week.
Perhaps.
So please join us then. Stay with us.
See ya.
Welcome back to the second half of episode 98 for Schnozzcast. Thanks for sticking with us. We're going to jump right here into Nick's existential question of the week.
Yeah, so we have Thanksgiving looming on the horizon, as you can see from our turkey artwork, which hopefully we'll be forcibly making you see for the next several weeks. That being said,
Look at it. Look at it. Look at the turkeys. Huh? Are you hungry?
so that being said, we're going to go around and find out what everyone's
I already know it.
most non-traditional favorite Thanksgiving food is. So it can't be something like, oh, it's stuffing, or it's the turkey.
I don't think
I got
we
it.
eat anything.
I got it already.
It has to be
Want me to go first?
something from your family that someone makes every year that you're like, wow, that if I went to another family, I wouldn't be able to have that.
Can I use cranberry sauce in the can?
No.
That doesn't qualify?
No.
No,
Everyone has that.
Yeah.
I have that.
Yeah, everybody
Okay.
has that.
Well, Mike made it sound like no one has that, and I'm an idiot. For
No one has it in the UK.
Yeah, in the United States.
That's what I
everybody
was
has it.
hoping you were going to say.
I'm thinking like, when you were
All right.
married to your ex and the one uncle always brought this, and
Yeah,
it was
I got
awesome.
it. I got it.
All right, so going around, so since Bob already has one, we'll go with you first.
Yeah, I got it. Broccoli cheese casserole with the French's crispy onions on the top.
Ooh.
Nick Selesky always wanted that, and he was.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
now that you mentioned that, I was saying, well, that's always in our family. But okay, if it's then it's apparently it's a
I
Selesky thing to have
apologize.
that.
Yeah, I don't.
No, I wasn't gonna take that answer. I'm just saying that's a staple in our.
It was not for me growing up, though. Not until I
Take it
until I got
back, Bob.
married.
Take it back.
I will not take it back. I will embrace that proudly.
So yeah, so it has to be something that's not
Like
your
if we
traditional.
didn't, if that
staple.
wasn't there, he would be like visibly
Ostracized.
Yeah, someone would be in trouble. And they would spend I don't know how much time trying to figure out where the extra onions were so that he could.
Oh yeah, you have to eat those
you're-
right off the top.
Yeah, while we're waiting for the food to be ready.
I mean,
And I grew to love it, but I'd never had it before.
And Nick really gets upset. So,
Yes, I do.
He's full of rage.
well, when he's waiting to let all that rage out on Thanksgiving Day, that's
Yeah, this is Nick Selesky we're talking about,
that is a lot of rage.
Nick Bader.
So is anybody else have one right now? Like, yes, I know my family, we always have this. My great aunt always makes this. Jello, whatever it may be.
Something where you've got tons of other people who don't have that.
Yeah, if you were drawing a picture of Thanksgiving, it's not like, oh yeah, well you got to have the multicolored Jello off to the side there. No, you're gonna have your mashed potatoes, your stuffing, your turkey,
right,
and your cranberry sauce.
Right.
So something outside of that scope that you can think that when you go to Thanksgiving, like either this has been one time that this has happened, and you're like, holy shit, that was amazing.
Okay, since you said that, then okay.
I would even say,
it doesn't have to be all the time.
Before you answer that, I would even say, if I was you, I would accept from that side from that table over there.
Yeah, it's not going to be the same answer this time either.
We've never had Thanksgiving together.
But that's what I was just about to say.
We always were.
Hold on. But that was just what I was about to say. You guys are, have embarked on this sort of life together, living together. Yeah, it's look. I think it's a great thing, and maybe depending upon schedules, and families do disperse over time, right? People end up moving on, creating their own families, and that's what as a parent you want to see your kids create their own families. Maybe that's something that you guys will in the years to come start doing Thanksgiving.
Yeah, you know what's going to be at Thanksgiving?
Oh, no fucking way I'm ever making Thanksgiving.
Oh wow.
Oh, okay.
Oh no.
Corey looks like it's all you, buddy.
Well, no, because and this fits
I know
in
what he's
perfectly
going
with
to
the question.
want for Christmas is a smoker.
No,
turkey.
Deep fryer.
See now all these are just melting in together.
Okay.
Because first and foremost, if we're going to create our own tradition of what wouldn't normally be at a Thanksgiving dinner, it would definitely be fish sticks with Old Bay. That's going to be at every Thanksgiving.
God.
Okay.
No,
we're not going to their house for Thanksgiving.
The Pilgrims did not eat fish sticks.
There's number one.
Nobody eats fish sticks on Thanksgiving.
Certainly not the Pilgrims.
Or fish sticks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fix sticks or fish sticks.
But you know what? If you were to have a turkey and you're like, I'm Cory and
How
I
about
love
turkey
them, I
sticks?
want fish sticks too, I would say, yeah, give him his fish sticks.
And
What else does he have in his life? His life is barren and empty other than the fish sticks.
If he's making the fish sticks.
Yeah, he's going to
make them?
Not for Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah.
But that would be a great.
There's no Old Bay on Thanksgiving.
But listen, this is exactly the question you're asking. If he has every other food, the turkey, the stuffing, the gravy, the mashed potatoes, the cranberry sauce that you would have at Thanksgiving, but he also said, this is kind of a thing that we do where I also have fish sticks with Old Bay.
That's
It can
fine.
be like
Yeah,
an
that's
appetizer thing.
No,
Yeah.
that's completely fine.
Yeah.
But that's not something that he's experienced. This is something he wants to do. So
Yeah.
yeah, no,
you
I
were
did.
asked-
I was just putting that in the
Yeah.
form of what
note,
you guys were talking
note
about.
to self, never go to Cory's for Thanksgiving. We know that.
Yeah.
We understand it.
Thank God.
We get that.
I'd be there, buddy.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. Enjoy.
More fish sticks for me.
Yeah.
I'll have Nick's help with fish sticks.
I didn't say I was going to give them to anyone.
What is this,
I just-
Kroger tartar?
Oh, God damn it. He picked Cory in the bathroom with the door closed, just eating his fish sticks. Going, hopefully they don't hear me in here.
These are mine.
We're so hungry.
I always wear a hoodie on Thanksgiving. That pocket.
Where's the food? It's not ready.
It's a stick pocket, really.
All right, so what would it be, Cory?
Number one thing that my dad did do one year, he did get a turkey fryer, and he fried the turkey.
Ooh.
And holy shit.
Was the only year he did it?
Yeah.
And you don't want one?
No, I do. I
Oh,
do.
you do? Okay.
That was the second half to that. The rest of that.
Okay.
So I've honestly, even being a gourmand that I am, I've never had fried turkey.
Oh, it's so good.
And
is-
everyone raves about it.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, I'm expecting like a really well done wing with crispy skin, but everyone's like, no, that's not really how it is. It's just really moist. And I'm like,
No,
well, then-
you can make it crispy. And that's well, and I think my dad's thing was he doesn't mind being outside grilling, but that you really don't have to pay too much attention to. Like this, you had to pay attention to, and then I don't think he did it fully correct. And the fact that you're supposed to fully defrost the turkey.
That
prior
was
to-
the year. Was the year that we all came down with salmonella.
Cory, I was just going to tell you. Have you ever seen fire departments?
Oh yeah,
videos
I'm
on YouTube.
Very aware.
Where
And
they drop a frozen turkey into a fryer,
Yeah,
and
it's-
it causes this volcano flame that goes up into the air.
It clearly wasn't anything like that, but I
Right.
think that it wasn't. Like I said, it wasn't fully defrosted, and he was getting a lot of splashback from the oil popping and all that once it was actually like fully getting in the turkey. and he would try to get near it to, rotate it and pick it up and check the temperature on it, and he was just, fuck this. And after that 1 year, that was it.
Yeah, so you end up getting the oil and water effect that causes the oil to bubble out and over and then hit the flame or the heat source, which then lights on fire and shoots a giant flame into the air, which people have burned their house down because they're idiots and they don't know how to fry turkeys.
Yeah, so...
And always do it outside. Don't ever fucking fry a turkey.
Yeah, I mean, he did it correctly and did it outside and all that. Like I said, and he did defrost it, I don't think it was fully defrosted enough, and it created I think a little more than he was expecting.
But it came out good, though.
End result?
It was fantastic. And I mean, we were kind of all hoping that was going to be that new tradition of like, And I think like my Boosh and mom were even like, oh yeah, this would be fantastic if Michael just deep fried the turkey every year and we didn't have to wake up at 3 a.m. to start the turkey. Yeah. But that didn't take off. So
did
not take.
Gotcha.
But who knows? Maybe that'll be the new
new
tradition.
New Schnozzcast tradition.
There you go.
Danielle, do you have one yet?
I do. I've had one. I was just waiting for
your bow.
Politely.
Your bow. You are polite, Danielle. All right.
Sometimes.
Let's see.
She's full of rage.
Yeah.
My aunt makes like this green Jello fluff. I don't know exactly what's in it. I know there's like pineapple chunks in it. It's green. It's really good.
So
let's hope it's food coloring that's making it green.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what's making it green. I'm assuming it's
green beans.
It sounds like
peas. No, it's a fruit.
No, it sounds like probably pineapple Cool Whip
and something else.
Maybe like lemon or green Jello or something like that.
I think it's green Jello.
Yeah, green Jello.
Some grass.
I was going to say, did I say I was off this Thanksgiving? I think I'm working.
You've had it before.
Green Jello fluff.
Have I?
I'm pretty
for the
sure.
win.
Aunt Jane makes it a lot.
I would remember that.
Green Jello fluff. I mean, I'm not a big Jello person, but sounds great. Sounds awesome.
It's not like it's the fluffy.
I've seen it
airy.
Yeah, I've seen it before. I think it's the Cool Whip that does.
Yeah.
I'll bring some for you guys. You can try it.
I will not be answering my door that day.
It'll be here on the podcast.
Oh, fantastic!
So I've got two.
Always got to do one better, don't you?
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Fucking show off.
No, one is going to be my aunt makes, and my mom makes homemade cheddar scallop potatoes. All with fresh melted cheese and hand scalloped potatoes and baked in the oven and it's just cheesy potatoes. It's amazing. My mom does it hash brown style, cheesy potatoes. My aunt does it scalloped. So those are awesome. But then my aunt also makes a dessert, which I'm not huge on dessert, but it's kind of like a raspberry jelly compote on top and then a whipped cream middle, and then like the bottom layer are crushed pretzels and like graham crackers with sea salt. Ooh. So you cut through and you get the raspberry, the whipped cream, and then the salty sweet, and oh yeah, it's really good. Yeah. So those are mine.
Sounds decent.
Okay. Any chance of bringing some of that to the podcast?
I know I don't ever bring food to hand out to you guys.
Once in a while.
Every now and then.
Do us a favor.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll see. I actually think I have the recipe because I wrote it down in some app I had on my phone years ago. So we'll have to think about maybe I'll whip it up one day.
Yeah, that would be great. Yeah, to me, if I knew how to cook better than I do, getting other people's recipes of food that I love so I could try to recreate it would be amazing. I would do it all the time.
And for the next cast too, to follow up with this question.
Mini Thanksgiving?
Well, no.
At my house?
Yeah.
We each bring a dish?
Let's not go that far. I'd like to hear from Mike as far as how Thanksgiving is in the UK. Is there like a huge...
What sort of disgusting foods they put on the plate?
Well, I was trying to say it politely, but yeah. What kind of fucked up shit do they...
Toad in the hole?
Do they eat on Thanksgiving?
Lots of baked beans. Everything boiled. Boiled turkey.
Boiled turkey and baked bean stuffing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Bland as fuck.
Yeah, I'd really be interested to see.
By the way, he was absolutely appalled when he found out that you like box stuffing.
Oh, I love box stuffing.
And he makes his from scratch.
Stovetop?
Hang on, don't get me wrong. So if we were to say what was your, which that's where I thought you were going, was what's your favorite thing about Thanksgiving? What favorite food? I mean, my Bush's stuffing was phenomenal. My mom has Love you, Mom, but
She's not listening.
she's gotten very, very close. I give her that. Insanely close to it. But there's just a little bit of a difference. So I mean, don't get me wrong. I loved and still love homemade stuffing. But yeah, if we're just at home and I'm not gonna sit there and make homemade stuffing when I feel like eating stuffing, so box stuffing it is.
We were walking out of the dollar store that day because we were looking for totes to kind of reorganize some of his things. And as we were walking out, after he was, his eyes rolled completely to the back of his head when he saw the dollar store
plastic voodoo doll of people.
The dollar store frozen shrimp that Cory buys for his meals.
It's good.
But as we were walking out, he saw there was a whole kiosk of dollar store stuffing in a box. He's like, I bet Cory would like that. And I'm like, no, yeah. I'm like, yeah. Did I not tell you about the stuffing thing? He's like, oh, God.
Was it name brand like Stovetop, or was it some off brand
no
Steve Top?
We don't usually get stovetop.
I'm like, Cory,
stove bottom stuffing.
Cory loves box stuffing.
Dude, come to find out, the Kroger brand stuffing is actually better than Stovetop.
Shut your fucking dirty
Swear
mouth.
to God, dude. Swear to God.
We get the cornbread one.
Kroger's cornbread stuffing.
So here,
all right, now I got to do a taste test.
Here's the question: turkey or chicken stuffing?
Turkey.
Ooh,
Turkey.
Yeah.
Chicken.
Turkey or chicken gravy?
I'd say chicken.
Chicken gravy.
Yeah, chicken gravy.
Turkey.
Chicken gravy. Okay. You said turkey.
Oh yeah.
Turkey.
Chicken.
Chicken.
Yeah.
Chicken gravy. Why? Did they even make that?
Yes.
Yeah. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's really good.
It's very good.
Yeah.
I
mean,
like turkey
to each his
gravy
own.
too.
So if you go to Boston
Yeah,
Market,
I
get
love
mashed
turkey
potatoes and gravy, it's going to be a chicken gravy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that
I
makes
mean,
sense at
on Thanksgiving,
Boston Market.
I want turkey gravy, but
Absolutely. There's a time and a place, I feel.
Right.
Right. But if it's not Thanksgiving, chicken gravy.
Okay.
But on a hot turkey sandwich, would you have chicken?
God, I thought you were going to.
turkey.
I thought you were going to
Okay.
say on a hot day.
There's a time and place.
I really want some turkey
Okay.
gravy.
If I'm having it on turkey, of course turkey gravy. That's just silly.
Cory, what you got over there in that brewmate? Is that a nice ice cold refreshing beverage?
No, it's hot
your,
turkey gravy.
In your kayak, it's 87 degrees out. Turkey gravy.
Nothing better than a bubbling hot cup of turkey gravy.
Yeah, I'd rather have that than a thing full of hot water.
So I did.
Or warm beer.
True.
I did see this, which I didn't have, so it can't be a pick of the week. But I did see an ad for this shaker cup, and it's all clear. And there's a middle compartment with a flap that opens up, and you put cereal in the top.
Oh, yep, I've seen it before. There's a name to it.
And the outside compartment is all milk.
Yeah.
And you open the top, and you put a little cereal in your mouth, and then you open the second compartment.
Dude, I really thought about using that as a pick of the week for me.
You drink milk, and I think it's called a crunch cup or something like that.
Yeah, you're probably spot on. And it's literally like a Seinfeld way to get it all prepared and then have your cereal with one hand.
It is called the Crunch Cup, a portable, no spoon, no bowl cereal cup.
Yeah, I was
looked
probably
really
this close
cool.
from impulse
really
buying.
cool.
Yeah, that'd be a great drunk Christmas present.
If you had a 9 to 5 that you were going to and you worked in an office or something like that, that would be perfect.
Oh, I'd use it even if I was working from home.
But you have bowls and stuff at home.
But if I had that, why would I use a bowl? That's amazing.
It would take longer to prepare that crunch cup
Totally worth it.
than to walk into your kitchen and just make a bowl of
Nick,
cereal.
it's why you buy coffee beans that you then grind by hand instead of just buying ground coffee because it tastes better.
It would taste better too.
Yep, it would. It would be amazing.
Especially
Now I'm regretting not buying it.
especially Fruity Pebbles, which after the first couple bites they just turn into wet rice.
What?
I went to their website and there's a list of reviews at the bottom, and people all post their pictures with their Crunch Cup. And let's just say Tanner H.
Yeah.
Very, very large ginger child. That's just
And it's just his face too.
if you could just this huge glob of a face, and he's just holding his Crunch Cup up. It's not a good look for Crunch Cup. Good for them for putting it up there, but I see that I'm like,
You think
Don't know if I want the Crunch Cup anymore.
Tanner H has sullied the
He might have
marketability of
sullied
the
the
Crunch
name.
Cup?
Maybe Tanner H has fat-free milk, and he's really trying to cut down on his weight, and that's why he's using the.
It's just the face he's making.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
God bless Crunch Cup for not putting his last name.
Yeah. Oh, disc is full.
No, it has nothing to do with the live stream.
Oh,
Okay.
Just checking.
Corey, why don't we jump into Gentleman's Agreement?
Oh, I guess we can do that.
Give us a shave and haircut graphic. All right. So we're going to start and end very quickly with Danielle, who once again
Forgot.
decided to give us all the middle finger and not watch her movie.
I
Son
forgot.
of a-
I
you son of a
legitimately
bitch.
forgot.
All right, let me just say this for the record, for posterity on the internet. If you haven't watched next week, don't even fucking come.
I won't
Don't
be here
even-
next week
don't-
anyway.
Perfect.
Oh.
You got 2 fucking weeks to watch it. There's no excuse
I
anymore.
know.
It's amazing why you don't see a girl in that picture.
Yeah.
I'm not
Kinda
a
crazy.
gentleman. Ugh.
Is that why you didn't watch it?
Second face of the night that I've got.
Yeah.
Don't come back to cheer practice. Yeah.
Yeah. Debbie.
Yeah.
All right. Corey.
I had Moon from you, Mr. Bob Rankin.
Yes.
It was a fucked up movie.
Yeah, that's why I gave it to you.
I didn't know at the beginning if I was going to really care too much for it. It was obviously a very sci-fi-esque. But then when it took the turn with, again, spoilers for everyone.
Oh, yeah. Do we want to do a spoiler-filled review here or a spoiler-free review?
I'm gonna try not to give. Well, yeah, it's gonna be spoiler-filled.
You just ruin it for everybody. Okay.
I
I mean,
don't-
it's
I
not
don't-
like
I-
it's not like this movie came out this year. It's probably 10 years old, maybe.
Yeah, it came out in 2009.
Yeah. So if you haven't seen it by now, so spoilers. If this is Moon starring Sam Rockwell, it came out in 2009. If you don't want to know anything about it, skip ahead at least 5 minutes.
So, it's a guy working for a company, not a governmental agency such as NASA. It's a privatized organization that sends people to the moon to harvest energy on the moon and basically work a rover that is basically always forever staying on the bright side of the moon and sending energy, giving energy back to Earth. And it's a one-man rover, and he's got his computer, Gertie, that's in the space station with him, and which Kevin Spacey in that, by the way, is very creepy as a computer, and it kind of led me to think of that. I'm like, yeah, I guess if I just heard his voice, I'd be a little creeped out too. But
Okay.
so yeah, he's on this space station, just manning it on his own, and every worker that's up there has a 3-year contract, and after that 3 years, a rescue mission comes, pick them up, takes them home, and you're done for those 3 years. So he's getting messages, from his his wife and all that at the time. He's able to send her messages back, but nothing is real time. Nothing's live streaming. It's all just inbox messages and whatnot. Even from the company that he's working for, it's a inbox message, and there's no way to respond back to them in real time. So he thinks he's coming up on the end of his 3 years. He's got 2 weeks left to work out his 3 years, and he starts seeing some apparitions of some creepy girl in the space station and out on the lunar surface, which one of those causes him to redirect his little rover into the side of one of the stations that they use for this energy harvesting, causing the rover to tip over. He hits his head and he's knocked out, unconscious. Wakes up in the infirmary. Gertie, the computer, comes over, is explaining to him that he was in an accident, blah, 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 gives him all this runaround. And come to find out, he ends up going through, he's kind of starting to think stuff to himself like, something's not right here. So he is not allowed outside of the main base for whatever reason, given that was the order given by the company or the CEOs of this company. and Gertie won't let him out to do anything. So finally he creates a diversion to create a gas leak and tells Gertie, the computer, like, hey, I need to go outside to check the surroundings of the base to make sure that, I can seal this or whatever. And so Gertie agrees and lets him out. So he happens to go over to the rover that was still out there, crashed into one of the other little stations they have, and he finds a person in a spacesuit inside the rover. Brings him back into the base and puts him in the infirmary. And once he starts coming to, he realizes that they're both Sam Bell. They're both the same person. And so now the question begins of like, well, how are there two people that are the exact same here? They both have the same background knowledge, know everything in the space station, just have this they're the same person. So the movie continues on to go about trying to explain why there's a clone of him up there, and basically come to find out a clone is created every time something may happen to someone. If they were to pass away up there for whatever reason, a extraction team comes up, removes that body, and the clone takes over, not knowing or thinking anything really bad happened. They don't think they died. They just think they got hurt and injured, and they continue on the mission. So at one point, one of the messages from his wife, it was kind of cut and scrambled, and he kind of questioned that, like, well, why would that happen? So Gertie finally told them that, like, well, these are messages from 20 years back. Like, we don't even know what's going on with your wife. This is just to continue your memory of her and make keep you going. And then at the end of it, they finally breaks a barrier and he's able to get a live streaming connection. Gets in contact with his daughter that's now 15. Finds out that his wife passed away years ago, and him and the clone try to figure out a way to get him back home to go see his daughter. And it's successful to a certain point, but the clone that's worse off, they end up killing him off, and the other clone gets in the launch pod and takes off back to Earth. So yeah, crazy movie, real weird turn in the middle there. That piqued my interest until the end. Dude, to me, the ending, I was like, well, fuck, you're not even gonna show. Like, did he go home to the daughter? Did the clone meet the daughter? There was a guy talking in the background on the call that the old Sam was on. Was that a clone that somehow got home? I think that was the biggest thing to me. Like, there was obviously a dude talking in the background that was questioning the daughter on the call.
Yeah.
Should have played that out. Like, either that was, I mean, you could always just assume, like, oh yeah, her mom got remarried or whatever. But I think you could have potentially made a follow-up or a sequel to Moon if you would have done something with, like, oh, well, that's a clone back at home now. How many of these clones are actually out there of these people?
Right.
But that's not the direction they took it. To me, that was a little disappointing, but to the director, I'm sure he thought it was brilliant. So.
What?
Nothing.
Oh, I thought you were going to chime in.
I didn't watch it.
Do you know the director, Duncan Jones? You know who that is?
I do not.
That's David Bowie's son.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I think when they made the movie, there was no intent to make a sequel. It's like a self-contained story. They tried to keep it along that sort of 2001 Space Odyssey, like it's meant to be its own thing. We're not going to set us up for a sequel. We're going to go for the story. But yeah, I agree with you. It was a fucked up movie, but one that kind of stuck with me for a while after I watched it. So I thought, and Sam Rockwell's a fucking stud actor.
Yeah, no, it was definitely a good movie. I was just disappointed with the ending, thinking that it was going to play out a little more than what it did. But
right.
Okay, past that, good pick, sir.
Yeah, glad you liked it. Nick?
Yeah.
I forgot what you had to watch.
Biodome.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for this all week.
I'm sure you have.
Have you?
I have.
No. No.
Just no.
You shouldn't be waiting for it. I loved In the Army Now. This was fucking horrible.
Wait. So In the Army Now was
Fucking horrible.
Top cinema, but this movie is horrible?
In the Army Now was a good show comparingly. A good Pauly Shore movie comparingly to this.
Okay.
God, I know it's dated. I do, but it was just so hard. You know, Tenacious D was the best part of the movie. Seeing them.
Oh, they're in it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a little
I've never
cameo
seen it.
at the beginning. Yeah. It was just, it was too Pauly Shore. To a fault, you know. And, you know, I know he had kind of a short comedy acting career, but
Yeah.
this was just, I don't know, I just felt like I was taking deep breaths through the whole thing, like, okay, come on.
But you made it through the whole thing?
Yeah, and
Hats off to you.
it just got towards the end, and I was like, I can't. I don't know. It was too hokey.
It's Pauly Shore.
I know, but it was just too like, I don't know, dude. It was too ridiculous. I mean, it just, I wasn't laughing at any point in the movie ever.
Right.
Pauly Shore's just so fucking weird, you know, as it is. I don't know.
I'm so glad you got this and not me.
Yeah. And I should charge Cory $4 for it, for renting it.
Oh, that is a statement if you do that.
Yeah, of course. And if I was Cory Selesky, I would. But
You're a bigger man, is what you're saying.
no, I'm not a bigger man because I would absolutely do that because that's the rules. But I will have to say that I was able to get Cinemax for 7 days for free, which I will cancel, and it caused me to not have to pay for it.
Okay.
But otherwise, I would have had to.
But think of all the porn you could watch until you have to until your 7 days runs out.
Porn is free, man. You can go on the internet.
No, Cinemax porn is never free.
So
They offer a whole different view.
It's a whole another world of softcore pornography that you can't get on the
I don't want
internet.
softcore.
Okay, well,
Flying midgets.
too much information.
Yeah, no. I need all kinds of good stuff. I mean, not midgets, dwarfs and little people.
Well done. Good
Yeah.
correction.
Yeah. But yeah, that it was very difficult to watch. I could see where like a serious premise to that movie would be amazing, or even like a funny premise, but it was too much like
It was both.
polyisms in the movie, like, oh my god, let's go over here, you know, like all this stupid Pauly Shore shit, and it's like, oh god, okay.
Isn't he like that in all of his movies though?
Yeah, but I mean,
You want me to know who Pauly Shore? You want me to know? You want me to tell you?
I don't know. You tell me.
Do you want me to know the answer to this question?
You know who Pauly Shore reminds me a lot of, Nick?
Who's that?
Your brother.
Greg?
Yes.
I don't know.
I mean, not saying all around, just the kind of outspoken.
Yeah, no filter, but Pauly Shore is actually like just crazy and funny, but I feel like his actual self comes through in his movies, but I don't know, it's like, it's just weird. The movie is just weird.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, no.
Glad it's over then.
Yeah.
All right.
Fair enough.
So I had to watch Kitchen Nightmares from Nick. I was a fan. I'd watched a whole bunch of Hell's Kitchen before this, so I'm well familiar with Gordon Ramsay and his whole style. And so Kitchen Nightmares was, whereas Hell's Kitchen was, you know, sort of like a Great British Baking Show kind of a show where in his kitchen he brought in like a team of people and they all competed against each other over the course of the season. This was every episode he's going to a different restaurant to try to save them. It's kind of like Bar Rescue for kitchens with Gordon Ramsay. And that's so there was nothing really new there for me. It was just more like a different venue to see like Gordon Ramsay operate. And I was always entertained. Love watching Gordon. Sorry, Mike. But it seemed a lot more staged than Hell's Kitchen to me. It might have been just me, but I just felt like the setups were like they would recap. They would give you like the highlights from the next segment from commercial break to commercial break before they went to commercial. And I found myself like I have to fast forward through this because you're showing me all the good shit. So there's no point in me watching. Like the high points are all there, and that got annoying to me. But I don't know why they did that. But that and I can't understand how some of these people were in charge of restaurants and would let someone film them like this, acting like such dipshits. You know, the guy who had like the spray tan. I started at season 1.
Yeah,
so
sure.
I watched the first 4 episodes, and
you have to imagine at first this came before Hell's Kitchen.
oh, okay,
Yeah,
all right.
this
So
was
they
much older.
perfected it with Hell's Kitchen then.
Yeah,
this was the first run. Okay.
And he wasn't anything.
Before Hell's Kitchen?
I believe so. Yeah.
I thought it was after.
I don't know.
I thought Hell's Kitchen was first.
That would make sense to me if that's the order that it came in, because I thought Hell's Kitchen was much better done. But yeah, I mean, the number of restaurant owners in the 4 episodes I saw that were just like reprehensible human beings and let themselves be filmed doing that. I mean, clearly they're doing this for the camera. So you're like, okay, are you really like this? No one can be like this and run a restaurant.
But I feel like that on Bar Rescue too.
I was gonna say I
Yeah,
actually know someone.
So yeah, they're within about it actually Hell's Kitchen, the first episode to 2 episodes started a year and a half before this.
Okay.
So they were kind of very close together when they first both
I
started.
bet he was like the top of his game.
So they both started around 2005, and Kitchen
Okay.
Nightmare started around early 2007.
Okay.
So it sounds like he was doing all this at the same time.
Yeah.
But that being said, I think Hell's Kitchen was supposed to be something where Gordon was having professional people come in, and it was
Yeah, they were actual
Chefs, yeah.
from various walks of life, different stages of their career.
And I think
some were new, some had been around for a while.
And I think this is suffering predominantly in the U.S. Restaurants.
Yeah,
That were going under, and I don't think many people at the time probably gave 2 shits or knew about Gordon Ramsay. Enough about him when he first started coming around.
yeah, maybe unless you followed, the cooking world, the culinary world, and you knew who he was. The people who he was going to help certainly knew who he was.
Well, think about this. I mean, think about how many episodes maybe they filmed or started to film where they just said, this ain't TV worthy, we're done, and they left.
Yeah, probably. That's a good point.
So, you have these self-righteous owners that are like, I don't give a fuck who the fuck you are.
I can't remember which episode it was. It was like season 1, episode 2 or 3, where it was like they were doing Indian food, and they had chefs that didn't really speak English. They needed to be translated, and they couldn't figure out why they couldn't sort of break out into like bigger crowds, more business. And he comes in there, and it was like a 45-minute episode. They made it till like halfway through until Gordon Ramsay figured out that there was a doorway leading down to a set of stairs going to the basement, and that's where all hell broke loose, where there's fucking roaches and mouse traps and rats and all sorts of craziness and you're like, why did it take you 25 minutes to get to this point in the episode? And how is this restaurant even open? With the health department coming through, did they not go down there? There's no way they went down there.
Clearly not.
I think the health department, and I could be speaking on my ass, but I feel like the health department is kind of like when I first purchased this home. Unless you're doing new improvements, when you first purchase it, they have to make sure it's up to code. And I feel like with a restaurant, that's probably true, and they probably do some surprise inspections on bigger restaurants, but they probably come in and say, you have to have all these things, And then after that, with all the different restaurants in the world, I don't think that they just randomly pop up every 6 months and say, we have to check this.
Even if they only came every 6 months, there's no way they go through that restaurant and not look downstairs where all of their equipment is and see the god-awful amount of roaches that were there. There's no way they make it through that. And so that really makes me feel horrible for when I go out to eat.
Oh, keep watching, man.
You know what I mean? No, I don't need to.
Well,
I mean, I love watching Gordon Ramsay,
the good part about
now I'm thinking it's just really kind of terrifying.
The good part about Gordon is that he has a very high standard, and
That's not that high to not have roaches in your restaurant.
No, but stuff like, which I don't know about the episode, but everyone I've seen, he's completely shut the place down. He's like, stop serving. Tell everyone to leave.
They brought in a team in hazmat suits to go down there and clean everything. Yep. And he made the owner and everybody who worked there help them.
Well,
which is fantastic.
The crazy part is that he comes in first.
Yeah.
Says, "Oh, nice to meet you. And I'm Gordon. You know, what's your special today?" You know, and they tell him, "He's okay. I'm going to have that. I'm going to have this, and maybe 1 or 2 things off the menu. Thank you."
Yeah.
And then
he
eats.
God.
He's like, "Oh God, this is horrible.
You sit down here.
It's like a cat shit on a plate.
Eat that.
It looks like my dead grandmother's pudding that she put here." You know, and it's like he says all this stuff and he sends it all back, and then he finds that, and he fucking goes nuts because he's like, I fucking ate here, you fucking donut. What is wrong with you? You know, he goes, this was in my mouth. You know, he goes fucking, which is why I'm like, I get he wants like the blank canvas, like he wants to go in as a customer, and taste it first and see what's wrong with it,
right?
But after a couple times, I think I'd be like, let me take a look at the place first, and then I'll try the food, you know. But every time he comes in, he sits down first and orders from the menu. And when he finds out the shit they're doing, like raw chicken dripping all over the fruit and everything like that, he's like,
the things that they showed.
He many times on that show will go running into the bathroom and start throwing up because he's like, I fucking ate that. You know, you're gonna kill people.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard him. Yeah, that's a line he used in almost every episode. Someone's going to die if you don't fix this. So, Kitchen Nightmares on Hulu?
Yep.
I think it's where
And to circle back a little on that too, to go back to, you know, as far as you talking about, you know, owners and all that, they're like, oh yeah, I'll be on TV and have no problem showing this. There was actually, so the Proving Ground, that was, I can't remember what it even was.
Bar Rescue.
Yeah, well, it was on Bar Rescue. So I was a very similar show.
The name of it was before was the Proving Ground, but
yeah, it was called the tin.
It was a local Dearborn Heights, Michigan bar that was featured on Bar Rescue.
It wasn't one of the glass mugs, was it?
Nope. It was called like the Rusty or the tin pan,
Rusty Nail, tin Star,
something like that.
Well, so
the old ball and chain.
Anyways, the owner that was on there, she was a raging bitch to everyone on the show.
Yeah, I remember watching that one.
And well, she lived behind Amy's sister.
Oh, really?
And after the show aired, dude, Amy and her sister were both like, she had to change her hairstyle. She went out, turned her car, and had to get a new car because every time she'd see people out and about in Dearborn Heights, they would just like berate her. Like, how could you do that to those people? You're a fucking terrible business owner. And she ended up closing the Proving Ground.
But did she do it just being herself, or did she do it as an act to get on TV?
That I don't know.
Because if she was just being herself, like, she kind of deserves to be
then you
berated.
deserve it. But if you're doing it just as a TV act, you know, to get the money and whatever, then, you know, but people out there don't necessarily know. If they don't know you, they don't know that.
But that's kind of the deal with the devil that you make, right?
I guess.
If you're willing to go on TV and pretend to be someone you're not in order to get on TV, then you kind of deserve whatever comes after that. In my mind.
Yeah, I mean, but just to give like actual insight on someone that again, like I don't personally know her,
so
I know
it was the Hooch.
The Hooch. That's what it was, yeah.
So it was the Hooch, and I went there right before this happened. Before Bar Rescue went there. Table in the corner. Table was almost on top of a small dance floor, no bigger than half the size of this carpet. Mm-hmm. Horrible food. You know, bottled beer. That was about it. very dark and dank. And I remember even on this tiny, small dance floor, crazy disco, trashy lights, people smoking cigarettes, and 2 or 3 people on the dance floor and some like fat dude literally making it rain. The only time I've ever seen that in person, like throwing dollars out like this. And these girls were like, oh, and I'm like, where the fuck did we just come? And we wrapped it up with the bill and got the fuck out of there. But
best move you could have made, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. That was when it was the hooch.
All right, why don't we do new assignments? So obviously, Danielle, we're going to leave you out of this again.
That's okay.
Don't forget.
I know.
Okay. So I got Nick, Cory got me, and Nick got Cory. So, anybody ready to go?
I don't have one yet.
All right, so Nick, I've got a slew of ideas. Anything you're in the mood for in particular?
I mean, I like the Western theme, so.
Okay, so with that in mind, why don't we bring a close to the trilogy, and I'm going to give you the good, the bad, and the ugly. Unless you've already seen it.
I have not.
Okay, so that's obviously the last movie in the trilogy in the spaghetti western Sergio Leone, Clint Eastwood, Fistful of Dollars trilogy.
Okay.
Okay. Done. Cory?
Bob, I got mine for you. Have you seen yet Borat subsequent movie film?
I have.
God damn it.
Yeah, I watched it a couple weeks ago. I think the day after it first came out.
Well, I was trying to help you, buddy. So then it's going to be The Fear of 13.
The what?
The Fear of 13.
Okay, where?
It's on Netflix. It's a documentary. Go figure.
Of course it is.
But what I will say, the guy telling the story, and once you hear his background, holy fuck.
Okay, don't tell me anymore. I'm good. Okay. Nick, you got one for Cory?
Cory, did you ever watch House of Cards?
I've seen at least like 7 or 8 episodes.
Oh, okay.
The American version, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And have you seen or what's that I just saw here? I
We can
know,
we
I
can come
literally
back
just
to you.
had it.
We can come back to you if you want. We can come back to you.
Have you seen Open House?
No.
Is it a movie?
Yeah, it's a movie.
Netflix?
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Oh, it's not too bad. Excellent. That's what I fucking like to hear.
It's got to be better than the Biodome that you gave him.
Oh, much better.
It's called Open House?
Yeah.
Got it.
I love Biodome.
You might be the only one.
Wait,
All right.
I might want to pick another one. Hold on.
Oh, God damn it.
Hold on.
All right, Cory, while he's thinking about that, can we jump into the closing segment? We'll do Pick of the Week.
Oh, sure. We can do that.
All right. Nick, just raise your hand if you've figured out what else you want. Otherwise, we'll keep on
Okay,
going.
I'll let you know.
All right. So for Pick of the Week for this week, I am going with the Internet Archive. If you've never been out there before, it's you can go to a website called archive.org. It is the Internet Archive, which is routinely, as the internet ages, the dawn of the internet, the public usage of the internet in the 90s, early 90s started to rise. Websites would rise and then they would fall. Services would come like Napster, huge, and then they disappeared, go away. Something else came back. Yeah.
I think I know what your pick is, and I'm not trying to interrupt on it, but I just to give you a forethought that
Sure.
Where this is going, I'm pretty sure I've heard this before, and it is pretty fucking cool.
Oh, thanks. Well, we'll see. We'll see
All
what everybody else thinks.
All right.
But so the Internet Archive, they try to archive what has been publicly available on the internet for posterity. So you can go back and see what was there. And there is a subsection there that you can search for MTV. And I was a huge child of the 80s. And, in, what was it, 81? It's like July of 81. Or maybe
Good year.
Maybe it was 82.
Ooh, even better year.
Well, let's just say it was 81. I can't remember which one it was. But so when MTV first launched, I remember everybody would like run off the bus to get home to watch MTV. And it was fucking amazing. We'd never seen anything like it. And so you can go on to the Internet Archive. It's archive.org/details/music television. And many, many people have made it their life's work to take their archives, their old VHS tapes, their old Betamax tapes, and digitize them and put them up here so you can watch the first 4 hours of the first day that MTV aired, including all commercials. Different archives from 1998, Marilyn Manson on MTV.
The House of Maryland.
You can watch 120 Minutes from Tijuana in 1992. You can watch the MTV premiere of Nirvana's Unplugged. Someone else has put like 6 straight hours from 1986 on just up there to watch. It's fantastic. And if you have a streaming device like an Apple TV, or perhaps maybe an Apple Fire Stick.
An Apple Fire Stick.
Apple Fire Stick, Amazon Fire Stick.
Wow.
Amazon Fire Stick. You can mirror your device, like your phone or your iPad, up to your TV and just play it through your TV. And having that 4 hours just kind of blasting through my house was pretty fucking awesome.
And that was what I was thinking of. Not specifically the MTV version, but there was a documentary I watched that people were talking about, the Internet Archive and what you could find. And there was this group of people that were basically just going back and uploading VHS, videos to the archive, that stuff you'd never, ever be able to see or find ever
Anywhere
again
else,
if it wasn't for...
Can't find it on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, can't buy it anywhere.
That
it's really amazing.
Oh, it's absolutely insane. So specific with the MTV, but just to say anything that you want to find that you might not be able to anymore, definitely check that out.
Yeah, it's a big rabbit hole. If you've got a lot of time to kill and don't mind just like disappearing off the face of the earth and just going and wiping your eyes, and all of a sudden it's like 5 hours later, this is the place to go.
And what's it called?
Internet Archive.
.com.
Archive.org.
Archive.org.
Yep, it's called the Internet Archive. You can go there and search for MTV, and you'll find a shitload of stuff.
Cory, you got the 100.
Oh shit! Sorry. So
the 100.
Back to gentleman's agreement.
The 100 as in the number spelled out.
The THE and then the numbers 100.
Now that's a show, right?
Yep, that's a TV show.
Netflix.
Netflix, yeah.
Hour-long show, half hour.
I want to say it's an hour.
So if it's an hour, you got 2 episodes. I've actually heard good things about that. I've never seen it.
I like it. Cory probably won't.
Well, he'll be busy watching that while Danielle's watching her movie.
I think Danielle would like it.
See, and Danielle could be watching with it, but she's already going to be busy watching her movie from
she'll watch
from
it
7 weeks ago.
She'll watch it with
He
me.
does. He watches movies when I'm
Oh,
asleep.
bastard.
So you're watching movies during the podcast?
Son of a bitch.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, you got to pick.
Oh, yeah, he's gonna hate it. Mm-hmm. I can just tell from watching the preview.
Oh yeah. No, I know he will. But
gonna hate
it's definitely a good show. You should watch it with him.
So it's Biodome Revenge.
I think I'll like
it's
it.
the Revenge of Pauly Shore.
Ask to watch it.
I wasn't trying to give him a bad movie with Biodome, to be honest with you.
Ask to watch it with him. No, that Biodome was horrible.
Did you think he would like it?
I did.
Really?
I did, yeah.
Okay.
No.
Well, I guess if he really liked In the Army Now, I would have probably thought the same thing.
Don't worry, Nick. I got more Pauly Shore picks coming for you.
Yeah, thanks.
No, I've watched Biodome at least like 7 or 8 times over.
I literally towards the end had to like look away and just listen.
I had to punch myself in the face. Just
I
to keep
literally,
myself.
I just had to start listening because I'm like, I can't even watch this anymore.
All right.
So sticking on the topic of movies and
yeah,
watching great cinema.
I don't think we were talking about that at all.
Great cinema.
Yeah. So if you're watching Netflix or anything like that on your laptop or even like an iPad or your iPhone, you can't.
What other devices could we watch it on?
Nothing else. But especially for like a laptop or PC purposes, you can't just make the movie or the window of the movie whatever size you want, and it all conform to one like little kind of like picture-in-picture view.
Okay.
There's like if YouTube does it with their videos where you can do that on your phone.
Yeah.
So you can still be on your phone, but the YouTube video is still playing in the corner, which I thought was pretty awesome.
I've never taken advantage of that, by the way.
Oh, it's really nice.
I've seen it, and I've when it does that, it's usually by accident, and I kind of throw it off away because I'm like, no, get off the fucking screen. I don't want to. Why would I want to watch a movie that big on my phone?
You know what? I do the same thing.
Yeah,
it's because I clicked on it accidentally, or
Yeah.
I'm like, "What is that?" I'm like, "I don't want to watch it now." Like, get rid
Yeah,
of it.
exactly.
Because if I wanted to watch it, it'd be full screen.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, but I'm saying as far as like, because like when I'm doing some of the video editing, I want to have something up in the background, whatever. Not necessarily something I want to watch and see the actual,
Like if you were assigned Biodome and you didn't want to watch it
Yeah,
at all,
sure.
you just want to listen to it.
Yeah. So like what I'm going to do with the
you'd
100.
Say you're one of those guys who likes to focus on your work.
Yeah, 100%.
All right.
So when I'm editing the video,
Look, that's the third face. Okay, that's
I can't. I don't want to have
that's
a full,
1 hour 55 into the podcast for the third Danielle face.
I don't want to have a full screen up on my laptop or on my secondary monitor. So I'm like, well, there's no way to put this down into like a picture-in-picture.
Okay.
But what I did find was this software called Friendly Streamer Player that you
Hold on. What was it called?
Friendly Streamer Player
Friendly. Okay.
that you just download it. It's free. You can put it right at it. You open it up, and you can log into your Netflix, your YouTube, whatever it might be, and you can resize the screen and still have control of all the play buttons, fast forward, this and that. You can go back. You can browse. And like I said, literally, you can make it any size you want. You can even save the setting of like, this is how I want this to pop up anytime I pull that streaming service up, and it'll go right to that picture-in-picture. You can start playing the next movie, next show, whatever you want to, and just have it playing in the background while you're working on whatever you want to work on.
That's wonderful.
Okay.
So
I
there
can
you go.
Check it out.
Give it a shot.
Danielle.
I don't think I have anything.
Oh, for
this
fuck's
week.
sake!
I'm sorry.
No movie, no pick. Come on.
I didn't really do much this week.
No, you did not.
I didn't.
All right, let's reluctantly
I
and
didn't go to
with great
Costco.
sadness move over to Nick Bader.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, my pick of the week is going to be Bosch.
Oh, the show?
Nope.
And
The
No,
auto
not
parts store?
Brausch. Not Brausch and Laum. Bosch. Bosch, yeah,
Maybe if you say it louder with your mouth wrapped, it might people will
Und
understand
Bosch!
better what you're talking about.
Yeah, Bosch, the company that does like technology for automotive and things
My
like that.
uncle works
Okay.
for them.
Yeah, so I recently, and I can't obviously disclose, you guys know, but I did the,
no, we don't know. Please
Sex
tell
change?
yeah, did a sex change.
Okay.
Research study for Bosch, and they're super up and coming on a lot of technology, some really, really fucking cool stuff. I got to check out some of the stuff they're working on, and if anyone's interested, I would say in like getting into the stock market or purchasing some shares, I would go towards Bosch because I feel like they're on the horizon of doing some really, really cool new technology for automotive, vehicles and things like that. Stuff that probably like I equated it to, the first time one of the expensive cars back in the day came out with the rear view camera. And everyone's like, okay, yeah, I can turn my head over my shoulder. I don't need a rear view camera.
Right.
And now it's in every fucking car. So it's going to be on the horizon, but I got a chance to work with the good people at Bosch. So look them up, see what they do. If you can go visit them, do it. But that's my pick of the week.
BOSCH, right?
Yes.
All right. Excellent, sir. And with that, ready to bring a close to the episode, Corey?
I guess so.
All right. This is Bob saying goodbye. Nick?
Oh, you crazy gravy turkeys. Have a good night.
Corey?
Good night. See you on the next one.
Danielle?
Good